In this series of videos we will be looking at projects which bridge the gap between crafting and larger scale creations. Today we will be looking at making a splashback out of a C730. Everything I say has been written and reviewed by the team at Jesmonite. They have chosen to use me, an AI bot, as I can aid translation, making these videos widely available to our audiences around the world, and for ease of editing. When making a splashback, it is easy to make your own rigid mold. Here we have used white melamine-faced MDF board. Cut it to size and secure it with screws. Once you have built your rigid mold, you need to apply the Jesmonite APW mold release wax to help when demolding. Put a small amount on a clean dry cloth and polish the surface, ensuring an even coat all over the mold. Do not leave any excess, as this will affect the final finish. Next, mix the AC730 in the normal way, using a 5:1 ratio of powder to liquid. Use a high shear mixing blade or paddle mixer for best results. You can then mix to give your chosen finish. Here we have mixed in some glass rocks to give it some extra texture and sparkle. Once mixed, pour into the mold. When using larger quantities, make sure you pour it, in a slow and steady manner, ensuring you get it into all the corners. As we are going to backfill this panel, you will need at least 3 mm of thickness, to prevent any fiber pushing through the final surface. Once you have tapped or vibrated the sides to release bubbles, allow to touch dry. Please note, do not let it completely dry out. To backfill, add glass fiber strands to the remainder of the mix. Addition should be 2 to 3% of total weight. You can do this by eye if you add it gradually, till you get a workable consistency. Take note that you should add it a little at a time, as it is easy to add too much and have an unworkable mix. Hand or slowly paddle mix, as you don't want to chop the strands. Spread the backfill mix across the mold. Smooth with a float to finish. It is essential to have a smooth, level back to the mold, as it makes it easier when fixing it to the wall. Once cured, take the sides of the mold off by removing the screws. Here is the demolded panel. When acid etching a C730, you must wear appropriate PPE. For a large splashback, like this one, generously brush the acid etch onto the surface and leave for several minutes. Then, using a stiff brush, systematically work across the surface, brushing vigorously. For smaller pieces you can leave submerged rather than brushing the acid etch on. If you cannot access our acid etch, then brick cleaner or white vinegar can be used. Once you have finished scrubbing the surface, wash off with clean water. Best practice is to use running water, for example with a hose. If you have access to a power washer, then it can also help with revealing the final surface. To seal your AC730 creation, we recommend using our FlexiGuard sealer. This is best applied using a mist spray, as you see here. Once sealed and fully cured, the panel is ready for fixing. Splashbacks are fixed in the same way as any tile. See our tiles video for help. The tiling methodology. 1. Ensure you have a clean, dry, level surface. 2. Prepare by applying an SBR bond to add adhesion. 3. Mix the tile adhesive and apply to surface using a grooved trowel. 4. Apply the same adhesive to the back of the tile using the grooved trowel and ensure a smooth application across the surface of the tile. 5. Align the tile in place and push firmly into the wall. 6. Use tile spaces around all the edges to ensure even gaps. 7. Allow to dry as per the adhesive's instructions. 8. Apply the grout by pushing into the gaps with a flat trowel. 9. Remove excess with a soft scraper and then damp sponge.